What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Foregone. Today we're going to do some gameplay with Tier 4 Black Widow. Man, I have been loving this character. She is so good. I mean, especially Tier 4, but I think it goes without saying that really all the characters that have Tier 4s available just become insane when they are Tier 4 because of their stat bumps, because of the extra survivability tools they might get from their Tier 4 option. And speaking of the Tier 4 option, that's just another thing about these Tier 4 characters that's just nuts, right? You can equip any character that you want on here to try to get as much of a bonus as you can to your attack or whatever may have you, right? So in Black Widow's case, we're going to get an increased attack by 42%, and we're going to get the evade by 28 hits and increased damage tail to by 55% for 7 seconds, which is very, very good. It's not the most, but we're using Blue Dragon because Blue Dragon actually has silence, and that's really, really important for ABX. Now, I'm going to be using her in both the runs that you guys can watch, whether it's GBR or ABX, but she's just really, really insane for this. You really want that silence on her to make things a lot easier as far as breaking the meter against ABX. And, when it comes to Black Widow, I mean, you guys can look at my build. She has 66,000 physical attack with Waves leadership. She has max attack speed, crit rates 65%, not quite maxed out, and then her critical damage is 200%, her dodge is 75, and her ignore defense is a little shy, but I really think with 22% pierce, I don't think it's making a big difference in all honesty, not to have my ignore defense maxed out because she seems to be doing extremely well. She's ranked 3,000 or about 3,200 in the world, and as far as the Urus, she does have mythic physical attack Urus. This here I should be awakened, or that way I could get a little bit more out of her. And then we only have 2 Odin's blessings on her. Like, she doesn't have some supreme build, right? All of her skills are 6. So I'll show you guys the rotation, at least, how I'm doing it. And you'll find it works out pretty damn good, okay? So whenever you're playing with her and you're using a rage, okay, for ABX, you want to go 4, 5, 1, 3, okay? And you want to let that 3 play completely out, right? And she's going to land down, and hopefully she won't trigger the proc again. You're going to run around, and you're going to go 4, 5, 1, 3, and then you're going to hit your tier 4 as well at the same time, okay? And then once your proc is actually finished, right? Once it goes to 0, hit your tier 3, right? And as soon as the proc triggers again, hit your 2, 4, 5, 1, 3, and then you're going to hit your tier 4 again. It's a pretty simple rotation in all reality. I mean, I'm just proccing on a 3, and with a regular proc, like with a 1 damage proc, like a CTP of destruction or a CTP of energy, then you're going to want to go 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 whenever you're playing with her, because it's just a lot easier to proc that way if you're doing it, and you'll get more damage out of her. But if you're playing with a rage, 4, 5, 1, 3, right? Works out really, really well. And then again, you're going to go, 4, 5, 1, 3 again, 4, 5, 1, 3, you'll hit your tier 4. And then once the proc actually finishes and it goes down to 0, you'll hit your tier 3, the proc will trigger again, hit your 2, 4, 5, 1, 3. Now, you can throw in the 2 if you want. You can go 2, 4, 5, 1, 3 to try to use your tier 4 a little bit more often. But it's weird, but I found out that I wasn't doing quite as much damage by doing that. So that's why I'm showing you guys the rotation that I'm doing, because it seemed to work out the best for me, right? Her Titan enhancement is at 5, so keep that in mind when you're watching her against Dormammu. She could be a little bit stronger against him. She has a fully awakened Power Bang Rock set, and she does have a 3-star artifact that just really adds to her dodge, really adds a little extra survivability. Then, of course, the CTP of Rage. I mean, we do have 70% critical rate, but she does get 40% critical rate, I believe, from her Force skill. 40% critical rate right here from it, which is really, really nice. And then her uniform is at Mythic. So I'll bring up the GBR run for you guys right now, and you can check this baby out. And I'm going to use the exact same rotation that I did, or that I just showed you guys. And it might not be the best against like GBR, but we do know that Rages really shine against this boss. And guys, she does really, really well. She's not the best. I mean, Iron Man's going to out DPS her, Thor's going to out DPS her, Hulk will out DPS her, but she does do really, really well. And again, I might have done a little bit more damage against Dormammu if I would have went, 3, 4, 5 instead of 4, 5, 1, 3. But there, she just dodged a lot of attacks. She was able to survive. But you guys can see the damage, and she is doing the brunt of the damage right here. She's doing pretty much almost all of it, right? There we go. I do try to swing in that 2 every once in a while, but I mean, yeah, She plowed through this. We're using Wave and we're using Valkyrie for the extra increase to boss types or villains by 50%. Got a little tongue twisted there. But yeah, and you don't really have to worry about Black Widow dying because I mean she just now there I screwed up my rotation, right? I hit the 4 at the end, kind of screwed up a little bit. Should have been 4, 5, 1, 3, but yeah, so we actually lost a little damage right there because of my F up, man. Whenever I did this run, I was actually really tired. It was actually last night. So yeah, definitely prone to making a lot more mistakes in those situations. But old girl is nice, right? I don't want to use my tier 3. Don't want to use it right now. No. And like I said, guys, if you're playing with a proc, I mean, then obviously it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, tier 3, 5. But with a rage, it's just a whole different beast. And I mean, I really would recommend, like, if you're tier 4ing the character, I would recommend putting a rage on her, to be perfectly honest, guys. She's going to do a lot better against Dormammu. She's going to do a lot better in ABX if she has one, for sure. I mean, maybe if you're using a Brilliant Destruction, maybe it'd be different, because we do know how powerful those damn obelisks are. And yeah, a little bit of a mishap there. That kind of sucked, right? But I'm playing her kind of the same way that I used her in ABX, right? Or my rotation for ABX. And it does seem to be working out. My proc actually got thrown off a little bit just a second ago. But even though she has a lot of dodge, if her tier 4 isn't up, she is prone to dying, even with all the extra HP at tier 4. So you do need to be very wary of that. But right now I have the tier 4 available, so I don't care about Dormammu doing his attack. I'm not worried about taking any damage because he's just not going to hurt us, man. With that evade that she has, Black Widow just dodges everything. You don't have to worry about nothing. And yeah, she's doing tremendously well, guys. Really well. I went ahead and went into my tier 3 there, hoping to avoid Dormammu taking us to the other time zone. And yeah, worked like a champ. I'm loving her, guys. I'm really having a blast with Black Widow. It's awesome to see her perform pretty well against Dormammu. I mean, we're about 3 minutes into this fight, and she's doing pretty well. I'm actually saving my tier 4 just in case. And there I went ahead and hit it, right? And so that way we don't have to worry about these purple attacks. Like, I mean, she just evades everything that is thrown at her. Like, you seriously don't have to worry about anything. And it's good damage. It's really good damage. Oh, yeah. It's not, like, spectacular, right? But it is good. It is good. Yeah, I'm enjoying her. I don't really think she has to be, you know, super overpowered for me to have fun. And honestly, guys, the score that she gets in ABX, I mean, she on some accounts, she's going to max out ABX. She's going to max it out. She absolutely will. And she can hit the 6 million against ABL on certain accounts too, man. Not on mine, but she can on other accounts. I have 70% physical attack, so I don't have as much attack. If I had more physical attack, I could definitely max out like ABX's. I could definitely max out ABL. I know I could. But with it, 70% physical attack, and the current build that I have on her, you know, not a lot of Odin's Blessings, just 2 Odin's Blessings, it's just not going to happen right now. But the video really will show you the potential that she has. She really is awesome, guys. Like, not too bad. Took a little bit longer than I would have liked it to, right? It took, you know, about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, a little over. Actually, had a couple mishaps in the run. So we could have done a little bit better than this. And maybe she would have done better if I would have went 3, 4, 5, right? I only played GBR once, so I didn't really get to test it a whole bunch of times or anything like that. But really satisfying run, man. I mean, she definitely gets it done. So let me pull up the ABX run for you guys right now. And yeah, she does insanely well, but she definitely will need Blue Dragon. I mean, she does have silence on her tier 3, and it does happen right at the beginning of the tier 3. But sometimes when the mobs are around the beast, the tier 3 silence won't hit the actual beast when you're trying to break the roar. So having it on the awake still makes things a lot easier. Plus, you can just keep running through your rotations. And again, that's something that's really nice about tier 4 characters is like, with that tier 4, having, whatever available, whether it's snare, silence, burn. I mean, it just these characters just they shine even more, not only because of the stat bumps, because of their increased damage, their effects that they have from their tier 4, but you can just run through your rotations over and over and over because you have the actual whatever you need to stop the beast from doing its roar. That is awesome for ABX. That is awesome, right? Now I kind of screwed up there. I hit my tier 3 over there a second, so maybe could have done a little bit better, right? Right, but we still got the buffs from the tier 3, and that's really all I was trying to do. This was the best run that I had so far. I played it for a good hour, and this was the best that I got. There we go. Always after the tier 3, I always hit the second skill because I'm trying to build up my tier 4 even faster. And like I said, whenever it's just, the first rotation, I go 4, 5, 1, 3. I don't use a 2 because it seemed like I lost a little bit of damage whenever I would do that. Not a lot, but a little bit. Right? But I mean, guys, 8.3 million halfway through this. 8.3 million. That is pretty crazy. That is crazy. I mean, and she's using Wave. Wave does have a CTP of Insight on her, and she's using Shuri, right? Like, yeah. I mean, if Shuri had a little bit more of a buff, then yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe when Wakanda Forever, maybe she'll have a better support buff. I don't know. That would be pretty cool. But then again, Shuri might be stronger than her whenever Wakanda Forever shows up. So I don't really know, right? But yeah, look at her go, man. I mean, it's just, we're almost at 10 million right now. There we go. Sometimes you won't be able to hit that tier 4. I'm actually saving it right now because I know we need to stop the beast from roaring. And it just happens immediately, guys. And if you clear out those mobs, that's going to make things a lot easier as far as breaking the boss or stopping the beast from doing the roar. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. I actually was playing this on my emulator and did pretty well, but definitely on my phone it's a whole lot easier, and I definitely can do quite a bit better on my phone. Right? Now I should have just went ahead and hit some skills there just for the hell of it and just try to squeeze in a little bit more damage. Might have been able to do a little bit better than that, but 11.2 million is a very, very respectful score for Black Widow. That is a really awesome score, man. It really is. So I am very, very impressed with old girl, man. She definitely is getting it done. Does really, really well against GBR and does insane against ABX. I mean, she is the meta in ABL and ABX for speed female day for sure. I mean, she just eclipses Makari, man. It's just insane how much better she does. So guys, let me know what you think about Black Widow getting it done against ABX and GBR. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.